The real deal.
Hey there, welcome again to The Real Deal. So today what I want to talk about is mosquitoes. I'm not sure where you're watching this in the US, but there's a good chance that wherever you are watching it from, there's a time in the season where you have to deal with mosquitoes. Here in Minnesota, they commonly refer to the mosquito as the state bird. There's times when they get really bad, especially being a cat fisherman. We're out in the boat at night, at evening time, and there's times where it's just unbearable. And one of the reasons I'm actually bringing this up is because I was out in the boat last night and it was really bad, and I actually forgot what I'm showing you here today. It's actually called a Thermacell. But anyways, I forgot to bring it last night, and it was just really bad. So I thought I'd do a quick review on this and just let everyone know how well this works. I just hate to even go fishing without it in the summer. So basically it's just a device that heats up this little pad that slides inside of here. So you buy these pads with a chemical on it, and it just slides in this little metal plate, and it's powered by this little butane cartridge that screws in and out of there. And it's really simple. You just flip the switch on, hit the igniter just like the igniter you have like on a barbecue or whatever, and there's a little viewing window in here, and you can look inside of there. When it lights, it'll glow. What happens is that metal pad heats up, and it releases this chemical into a vapor form. There's a little bit of smoke, and you'll smell it a little bit of a scent, but it's not bad at all. And it covers, probably a 10-foot radius around wherever you set it. So if you have a large boat, you could have maybe 2 of these in the front and back, but usually one's enough. You just sit at the bottom of the boat and let it warm up for about 15 minutes, and next thing you know, those mosquitoes are gone. It works amazingly well, and I really want to emphasize how well it works. I'm calling this the real deal, and this is by far a real deal. This is something that everyone should have if you spend some time in the outdoors. It works amazing. I was introduced to it, I don't know, maybe 4 or 5 years ago. A friend of mine, Larry, and he brought it into the boat, and I just couldn't believe how well it works, so I had to go buy one, the next day. A couple of things I want to mention is this one's, I don't know, maybe 3 years old, and one of the bad things is that this igniter does wear out. And I tend to be a little hard on my equipment, but in fact right now, oh, there, it finally lit. So I don't know, whatever that took, half a dozen times, maybe a dozen times, but it did finally light. So that's one of the bad things about it, and I don't think that you can replace these igniters. I've done a little research, and you can actually maybe drill a hole in there and put a different standalone igniter in there or whatever. I've actually heard of people cutting a hole in there and using some sort of barbecue igniter. Actually, they're lighter, for their cigarette. But I would say that's probably the biggest con of this product, is the igniter wearing out. And it might be just the amount I've used it. Like I said, it's a few years old, and it probably just needs to be replaced. So it's not that big of a deal, I guess. But it would be nice if it was a little more reliable, after a couple of years. But another thing is the butane. Like I said, you buy these pads and you buy these butane. You can buy them separately, or sometimes they come in a pack together. Here's the pack. You get 3 refills and then 1 butane refill. But a lot of times what you find is you go through more of the butane than the pads. And so actually what I did a little research, and I found there's ways that you can refill these. Now you can't refill them straight out of the box. You got to do a little modifications to them. And what I'll do is I'll put up a little link here that you can click on, and I'll show you exactly how to refill these, which saves you a ton of money. It's, if you use a lot of these especially, it's pennies on the dollar just to buy some butane and refill these. So check that video out, and it's actually pretty darn easy. The other thing is a little bit of a con. I'd like to see, maybe some sort of timer or something on here, because it seems like I always forget that it's on. It'll be at the, like I said, the bottom of the boat, and 4 hours later you forget, oh, I left that thing on. Well, now your pad's pretty much gone, your butane's pretty much gone, and you really didn't need it that long. So, you know, it would probably add a lot to the cost of this, but it's really nice to have some sort of, you know, timer on there that would just shut it down after an hour of use or something, you know. It just seems like I'm always forgetting to turn it off, and I probably waste more than I actually use. So, other than that, they've changed the design a little bit. You see there's a slider switch here to turn it on. Here's the new one. They have a dial, and I think they may have modified the grip here a little bit, but essentially it's the same thing, just a little modification in design. And there's also a little holster clip you can get for it. Just guess it protects it, and there's like a little buckle you can hang it on a tree or a pole or whatever next to you, and just slips over it, and there's room for your extra cartridges in there. But anyway, just a quick review on that. Just wanted to say how great it is. I recommend it. Go out and buy it. It's a must-have if you have any mosquitoes. It sure beats spraying gunk all over yourself, and who knows, maybe years down the road they're going to find out that this is not healthy at all, but I just got to say it works awesome. Seriously, go get one.